have you done it before?
What do you mean, how have I done it before?
Like, because obviously it worked for basketball.
It worked. I never had the issue with the cord. It's probably internal with the, but it worked when I tested it Tuesday. We're live. Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Banks Braves Baseball. 10 minutes before 4 o'clock here at Ron Tonkin Field. Joining me once again is Jonathan Lee. Again, having issues with our audio equipment this time, but we'll do the best we can to keep you updated with live events here at Ron Tonkin Field, home of the Hillsboro Hops, as the Braves get ready to host the Tillamook Cheesemakers. Test, 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 test. Want to give your kitchen or bath a fresh new look? Jason Bond Remodeling has over 20 years experience fabricating and installing stone countertops and can upgrade your home with the countertops of your dreams without the dreamy price tag. They pride themselves on quality and customer satisfaction. They also offer cabinet installation and will do their best to beat any bid by 10%. Based in Washington County and will service most Portland area locations. For quality kitchen and bath remodels, call Jason Bond Remodeling at 503-430-0145.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Good afternoon, and we're back after some early technical difficulties. Try to bring you video as much as possible this afternoon. Coaches are meeting at home plate, exchanging lineup cards as we get ready for the starters to be introduced for both teams. As usual, Jonathan Lee joining me for today's broadcast.
Not really beautiful, but hazy, sunshiny day. It was beautiful earlier today, but some clouds high clouds have rolled their way in here to Ron Tonkin Field in Hillsboro, Oregon. About 61 degrees right now as we just about get set for first pitch here this afternoon between the Tillamook Cheesemakers and Banks Braves. Tillamook coming in 0-1. They're out of the 4A Cooperative League, the only of the Banks Braves to come in here 1-0. They're number 2 on the coaches poll and number 3 in the OSA rankings. Tillamook number 12 on the 4th OSA rankings. And very, very early on for the OSA rankings, but of course the coaches polls are just for conversational pieces. They are nothing official to the OSAC into playoffs, but they will get, as more teams get going, those numbers will start to change. But Tillamook going to rough go at it. They played yesterday at Newport and lost 11-5. Newport, Trevor, 2-0 in the 4A. Normally a pretty powerful baseball opponent, so tough to kind of gauge. In baseball, though, it's really hard to predict from game to game because you never know. Okay, so they won 12-5 over Astoria on Wednesday night here at Ron Tonkin Field. Tillamook yesterday baseball is a funny game. I mean, you can come back and Tillamook could win 2-1. That's just how baseball is. Starting interruptions are about Trevor. We're going to talk to the game. Actually, so we were starting to line up first for Tillamook Cheesemakers for the first base of that field of Ron Field. Starting at shortstop and moving on to the center is senior Steve Ross. The pitcher for the Cheesemakers, number 1 on the red jersey is Parker and King. He's a senior. He plays in outfield. Trevor Lane will be on first base and batting third. Trevor Lane is a senior. And catching in professional ball in the USA behind plate for Tillamook is Bryce Hamill, who's a senior. Jersey number 5. The third baseman, Joshua Mance, is a freshman. So taking first case here at varsity. The designated hitter and batting 6th for Tillamook is Simmons.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's game between the 3A Banks Braves and the 4A Tillamook Cheesemakers. Let's meet the starters first for the visitors from Tillamook. Number 1, shortstop Cade Ross. Number 8, starting pitcher Parker McKibben. Number 23, first baseman Trevor Leonig. Number 5, catcher Bryce Hammerl. Number 20, third baseman Joshua Mans. Number 25, designated hitter Landon Simmons. Number 19, left fielder Tyler Moncrief. Number 2, center fielder Garrison Gunder. Number 3, second baseman Jacoby Goss. And in right field, number 6, Tanner Haskins. Now let's meet today's starting lineup for the designated home team, the Banks Braves. Starting pitcher, a junior, number 1, Wyatt Hesselman. Hitting second baseman, number 9, Lane Gilbert. Number 10, catcher, a junior, Ashton Crossan. Hitting cleanup at first base, number 18, Logan Kind. At third base, number 3, Justin Walters. In center field, number 20, Wyatt Selick. Designated hitter, number 19, Blake Jewett. At shortstop, number 5, Christian Lyda. In right field, number 8, Jack Lyda. And playing in left field but not hitting, number 4, Cade Long. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please stand and remove your hats and turn your attention to the American flag in left field for today's national anthem. Thank you. Thank you. Trying to get the scoreboard added manually. Sorry about that. Still working on some late technical issues, trying to get a scoreboard added at the moment. Leading off for Tillamook, number 1, shortstop Cade Ross. First pitch is swung on and foul tipped into the glove of Cross, and 0-1.
62 degrees at first pitch, 4:04.
Pitch missed that time, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch from wide. It's foul tipped off the end of the bat. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And takes ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch from Ross is way outside as it bounces in front of the right side of the batter's box. Count is now full 3-2. Three-two pitches up and in, and the first batter Wyatt Hesselman faces this season is a walk on a full count pitch. Now batting for Tillamook, starting pitcher Parker McKibben. First pitch misses up and in to the left-handed hitter, ball one.
Took the outfield for the Braves this afternoon, left to right. It is Caden Long at left, right, Sullivan Zoom, Jack Light at right field.
1-1 is swung on, driven to second. This could be two. Underhand to second. Throw to first is in time. Double play.
Beautifully thrown at that time by the second baseman, Dean Gilbert, who picked it over to the shortstop, Christian Light, as he made a return and the throw to Logan Kine for 5-4-3 double play. Pitcher's best friend.
So 2 outs for Trevor Leone, the first baseman for Tillamook.
4-6-3.
Batting for Tillamook, first baseman Trevor Leone. Pitch is grounded foul up the third base side, 0-1.
Fado Lane Gilbert is the second, Christian Light at short over there third, Johnson Walters, Logan Kine Burton.
Pitch misses for ball one, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 misses down and in, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch from Tyler, swung on and missed, 2-2, and now a 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Correction count is 3-2. Which is swung on and driven foul over into the bullpen up the third base side near the 325 marker. And this pitch is going to be lifted to left field. Cade Long is underneath it and makes the grab for out number 3. Wyatt Hesselman allows a leadoff walk, but able to get a twin killing to the second hitter, McKibben, and Leone flies out to left for Tillamook here in the top half of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left, and after half an inning, no score. We'll be back with the bottom of the first. Banks coming up to bat when we return. Want to give your kitchen or bath a fresh new look? Jason Bond Remodeling has over 20 years experience fabricating and installing stone countertops and can upgrade your home with the countertops of your dreams without the dreamy price tag. They pride themselves on quality and customer satisfaction. They also offer cabinet installation and will do their best to beat any bid by 10%. Based in Washington County and will service most Portland area locations. For quality kitchen and bath remodels, call Jason Bond Remodeling at 503-430-0145.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics, but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748. Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsborough. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com or call us at 503-648-2341.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street pizza.
Scoggins Creek Coffee is proud to offer delicious hot drinks and delectable breakfast items too. Visit their 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton. Open 7 days a week, Mondays through Saturdays until 5 and Sundays until 3. Make sure to ask about their weekly specials and visit their Facebook page, Scoggins Creek Coffee, 503-985-3483.
Towards second, and he'll hold up at first with a 1-out single to right. Batting for Banks, third baseman or shortstop Christian Lyda played third base yesterday. Pitch is low and away, ball 1. At the plate for Banks, number 5, shortstop Christian Lyda. We apologize for the audio difficulties we've had earlier. Christian Lyda on at first. Pitch to, or actually, not Christian Lyda at first. It's Wyatt Selick. Christian takes a strike that time, 0-1. Pitch that time is upstairs, 1 ball and 1 strike. 4-0, bottom of the fourth. Pitch is up and a little bit outside, 2-1. You get my message? 4-0 Banks lead, 2-1 the count, bottom of the fourth, 1 out. The pitch is swung on and missed. Dropped, third strike, throw down to second is in time for, oh no, it's going to get past the second baseman. New pitcher for Tillamook, number 3, Jacoby Goss. New pitcher for Tillamook in the top of the fourth, starting second baseman Jacoby Goss. Goss, the new pitcher, looks at second. Delivers. Curveball misses inside. Fakes the throw to third. 3-1. Goss looks at second. Kicks and fires. And strike 2 called. Count is full. 3-2. 3-2. Apparently that was strike 2. So now the count is full to Jack Lyda. One and two. Correction, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jack Lyda. Wheels throws back to second, not in time to get Jewett. Batting for Banks, number 8, right fielder Jack Lyda. The 1-2 curveball is over the head of Lyda, 2-2. Two-two pitch, just outside. Count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two pitch, swung on, and that's lifted to left. Should be deep enough to score a run, and pitch is caught for out number 2.
3.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. So Banks leaves a couple base runners aboard. We were behind and out. Was wondering why nobody was tagging. Apparently it was the second out and was caught for out number 3. So we head to the top of the 5th inning. Jonathan Lee will take over when we return after this from Scoggins Creek Coffee.
Scoggins Creek Coffee is proud to offer delicious hot drinks and delectable breakfast items too. Visit their 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton. Open 7 days a week, Mondays through Saturdays until 5 and Sundays until 3. Make sure to ask about their weekly specials and visit their Facebook page. Scoggins Creek Coffee, 503-985-3483.
How many men do they? Okay, 25's up. Okay.
I don't know what happened with the audio, but it's fixed now.
Make sure to ask about their weekly specials and visit their Facebook page. Scoggins Creek Coffee, 503-985-3483.
And we're back, top of the 5th inning. Banks still a 4-0 lead. Here to call the 5th inning, my broadcast partner, Jonathan Lee.
Yeah, apparently we had some technical difficulties, but I guess we're back on, right, Trevor? It's early in the season. There's always some things you get. It's spring training in the broadcast booth as well, right?
Yeah.
Well, leading things off, it is Landon Simmons, big senior first baseman on the roster, but today he is the designated hitter for Tillamook as we go to the top of the fifth inning in a 4-0 game. Tillamook did break up the no-no last inning by Wyatt Hesselman, but still just one hit. So Wyatt still looking good. See what he can do here in the top of the fifth against Landon Simmons. And waiting for, looks like time is called. We got some activity going out to the Braves bullpen. Looks like Jackson Van Domlin is trotting out there, going to start to get loose a little bit. So this may be the last inning of Wyatt Hesselman. Here comes the first delivery. It's nice break on the ball. It looked like it was going to go outside in the other batter's box, but able to bring it back in on the corner is Ashton Crossan for strike one. Great job, Ashton. 0-1 now. Here's the 0-1 delivery, a little bit low. Looks like it caught the plate, but a little bit low, so evens the count at a ball and a strike to Simmons, right-handed hitter, digging in the box. White goes into his motion. That one's a little bit outside, and Ashton again trying to frame it on the outside corner. Nice try, but not buying it is the umpire. It's 2 balls and a strike now to Landon Simmons. Wyatt has his sign, goes into the motion. Here's the 2-1, swung on, belted right back out in front of home plate, but umpire says it's a foul ball, and it's 2-2.
I think it either went off of his foot or off the plate.
Yeah, it looked like it did that direction because, there for a while, I heard the ball hit the bat, but I didn't see the ball for a while, and I think you're right. I think that it came off of his foot, slowly trickled out there in front of the mound. 2-2 now to Landon Simmons. Wyatt gets his sign, goes into the motion. Here's the windup. 2-2 on its way, up high, ball 3. Great job by Ashton Crossan to jump up and keep that one in front of him, although there's no one on the base. But still, just the same, it's a good job by Ashton. Here comes the payoff pitch from Wyatt. Swung on and fouled back. Landon Simmons just did get a piece of it back to the backstop. So he stays alive. Did well to stay alive. 3-2 on deck for Tillamook is Tyler Moncrief. White goes into his wind. Payoff pitch again, and it is popped up on the right side. It's going to go in foul territory, but giving chase is Logan Kine, just out of his reach, and it bounces up off the turf into the empty right field bleachers out there. So we'll do it again. 3-2. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat, if my mental math is correct, which I think it is in this case. Never was great at mental math. Here comes the 3-2 offering again. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Sit on down, Landon. Have a seat, son. And that is strikeout number 3 for
At
Wyatt.
the plate for Tillamook, number 19, left fielder Tyler Moncrief.
Wyatt Hesselman. That's the second time today that Simmons has gone down swinging on strikes. Tyler Moncrief up. He flew out to left fielder Cade Long back in the 3rd inning. First offering to him. It looks like he did check his swing. He tried to get it back, but no, he went around, and that's a strike. He couldn't quite hold up in time. So 0-1 to Moncrief. Good for Wyatt to get ahead of the hitter with a 4-0 lead in the top of the 5th. Here's the 0-1. Right there, beautiful pitch on the outside corner and just right at the letters. 0-2, and Wyatt right now kind of cruising. Anytime you get a strikeout, it will help your psyche a little bit. See if he can keep that command. Here's the 0-2 on its way. Ooh, that's a little bit too outside.
Nope.
No, he got it. Holy smokes. Great job by Ashton Crossan to again bring that one on the outside corner and strike out
Batting
Moncrief.
number 2, center fielder Garrison Gunder.
That's a backwards K. Tyler Moncrief looking all the way, so 2 straight here for Wyatt. Maybe he sees Jackson Van Domlin out there throwing up and saying, no, coach, I want to stay in. Here comes the first offering to Garrison Gunder.
He's in a groove.
And that caught the outside corner as well. He's really got good command of his stuff right now. Yeah, don't take him out right now. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Strike two. That was a great-looking pitch, too, from Wyatt Hesselman. 0-2. Second straight hitter he's been ahead of here. Looking to strike out the side. Here comes the 0-2. He did it indeed. Swung on a miss. Strike three. Wyatt Hesselman. You said it, Trevor. He's in a groove. He strikes out the side here in the fifth. No runs, no hits. No one left. You kidding me? We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's Banks 4, Tillamook nothing. This is Banks
Specialty Screen Printing in Yamhill offers your business the creativity and expertise to print your logo on a variety of items. Owners Ken and Linda Johnson have 40 years of experience on industrial parts and every type of material, including ceramic tile. Their fast service can have your project done in less than a week. Visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com, to see for yourself how they can help you boost your company's marketing and industrial screen printing needs. Call 971-998-9274 or visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com.
We're good.
We go to the home half of the fifth inning here at Ron Tonkin Field. 5:17 on this Friday evening, St. Patrick's Day.
Once again, leading
Happy
off
St.
the
Patrick's
top of the
Day
order
to
for
all
Banks,
of you
number
out
one,
there.
Wyatt Hesselman.
Hope your weekend is off to a great start. Maybe some Irish cream adult beverage of your choosing. I don't know, just a suggestion. I don't know what you would have. Maybe some,
Corned beef.
well, so I was going to say something to the contrary of corned beef and cabbage. Cabbage, I'm okay with. Corned beef. Ugh. Here's the first offering. Standing in, it is the leadoff man for the Braves, Wyatt Hesselman, and he takes inside for ball one. In fact, he had to duck out of the way. Here in the home half of the fifth inning, Braves leading it 4-0. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and that hit him. Time call, that hit him in the leg, and Wyatt Hesselman is trotting on down to first base on the hit by pitch. Still looks like a new pitcher out there. It is Jacoby Goss who's pitching.
At the plate for the Braves, second baseman number 9, Lane Gilbert.
Lane Gilbert coming up. He walked and scored in his last at bat in the third inning. See if maybe they have him lay down a bunt here with Hesselman on. Here's a throwback over to first. Goss gets it over there. And
Wyatt's older brother Colton playing baseball at Feather River Junior College in California. Wyatt with great speed, definitely in danger of a steal opportunity here.
bunt sign was on that time, but just bunting it in the air and back to the screen is Lane Gilbert. Thankfully that he's thankful that he did get that back into the screen and it didn't end up in the catcher's glove. 0-1 is the count here to Lane Gilbert. Caden Goss looks in to get his sign. And here's a throwback over to first base just to keep Wyatt honest over there, and he's diving back safely. Jacoby Goss, beg your pardon, not Caden Goss. There's a Caden Ross and a Jacoby Goss on the Tillamook team. Here comes the 2-0. It's upstairs, or the 1-1 rather. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-1 now. 2 balls and a strike. Goss has his sign. Here comes the 2-1. It's inside and high. The count swells to 3-1 now to Lane Gilbert. Wyatt Hesselman led off this inning. He got hit in the leg on the second pitch. He's down at first base. Here comes the 3-1, swung on and fouled in front of the little tapper in front of the plate, and that's what I thought. I thought it went out because it sounded like it hit off the catcher's helmet. And, yeah, that's a foul ball. He started to run, and I was like, okay, well, maybe it's a little dribbler in front of the mound, but no, it's what I thought initially. It's a foul tip that was not caught by the catcher. So 3-2. Hesselman leads away from first, right at the cut of the grass, turf grass. Here comes the payoff pitch to Gilbert, and that is swung on and fouled back to the screen, right back to our vantage point. So we'll do it again. Nobody out here in the home half of the fifth inning. Braves lead at 4-0. Goss comes set at the belt. Here's the payoff pitch again, and it's down low, ball 4, going down to second base. Here's the throw, is not in time, not nearly in time. It's a stolen base for Wyatt Hesselman, the second stolen base of the day for the Banks Braves. So a good RBI opportunity here for, well, Gilbert
Batting for
out.
Banks, number 10, catcher Ashton Crossan.
So 1 out, and that's going to bring up Ashton Crossan with 1 out and a runner at second base. They tried for the strike him out, throw him out, double play, but it didn't go their way. Tillamook, that is. Too much speed from Wyatt Hesselman. So Wyatt gets his lead away from second base now. He's a base hit away from giving the Braves a 5-0 lead. See if Ashton can make that happen. Here comes the first offering to Ashton. Good eye. Oh my goodness. That looked way high and outside, but it's right there in the strike zone. That strike zone just continues like a balloon. It continues to expand as the game goes along, and it's expanded out there, and that's a strike. That's a reoccurring theme throughout baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a pitch swung on and driven down the third base line. It's going to go foul, so Ashton will have to come out and straighten that one out and give it a little bit of power, find a hole somewhere with an 0-2 count. Nothing in 2, 1 out. Wyatt Hesselman leads away from second. Pretty good lead. Nothing in 2 to Ashton Crossan from Goss. This has popped up and sent into right field, but right there with a beat on it is the right fielder Hoskins, and he'll make the catch. But tagging from second to third is Wyatt Hesselman, and he's going to get there with a slide. So there are two-way now as Hesselman trots over to third, and Crossan is out on the fly out to right fielder for the second out. But Logan Kind coming up here with another RBI situation. Ashton Crossan.
Batting for Banks, first baseman, number 18, Logan Kind.
Had a little conversation with the umpire. I think the ump maybe told something to him, maybe something about tossing the bat behind him or something. He might have tossed it back a little bit too far. I don't know what was going on there. Logan Kind, the left-handed hitter, will stand in now for Banks with Wyatt Hesselman 90 feet away. Golden RBI opportunity right here. First offering from Goss to Kind. And this is chopped back foul to the third baseline, fielded nicely by Coach Joe Baumgartner. So Logan will try to straighten that out, find a gap. Here's the 0-1 count to Logan, and it's way outside. Good eye. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning, just about 5:30 here in the Pacific time zone, Pacific Daylight Time. 4-0 Braves. Here's the 1-1 to Logan, and that is lifted into right center field, giving chase on it, and that's going to find the glove of the center fielder, Garrison Gunder, for out number 3. So just a pop-up for Logan Kind here in the fifth, and so the Braves leave the fifth run of the game on the bases. They're, let's see, that is just their second LMB here today, left on base. And we played 5 full here at Ron Tonkin Field. Get up and stretch here in the high school game because it'd be the 7th inning stretch here. But we go to the top of the 6th. Trevor Beard will have the call. It's Banks 4 and Tillamook nothing. This is Banks Baseball presented by Jason Bond Remodeling.
There's a new premier fiber internet provider in Vernonia featuring friendly and helpful customer service. Sign up with Gorge Networks today for symmetrical speed fiber internet, 300 meg or 1 gig speeds with managed Wi-Fi included in the low monthly price. No contracts or price increases. Refer a friend and get a free month of service. Make the switch to Gorge Networks today. Call 541-436-0223. You can also email us at sales@gorge.net.
Jacoby Goss leading off for Tillamook. Takes the first pitch on the outside edge, 0-1.
Third base coach for Tillamook, believed to be the head coach, Matt Strang, for the Cheesemakers. Assisted by Mike McKibben.
0-1 from Wyatt. Hard chopper to short. Picked up by Christian. Toss over to Logan Kind at first in time for out number 1.
And that's a big reason, one of the big reasons why Wyatt has only given up a hit to this point is because he's got very sharp defense behind him here tonight. Braves yet to commit an error tonight. We saw them commit at least 2 errors on Wednesday.
Pitch to the plate is upstairs to top of the order, Cade Ross, starting shortstop.
We heard that knocking, folks. That was me knock on wood. I don't want to jinx it.
Check swing is a called strike 2, or strike 1, 1-1. Batting for Tillamook, top of the order, shortstop Cade Ross. Strike 2 called, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch grounded right back up the middle for the second hit of the game for Tillamook. A 1-out single for Cade Ross in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, just stayed on it. Looked like he was guessing right that time and just got good. Looked like almost a sweet spot of the bat on that one a little bit, and got to give it a nice little ride, just a little tapper right back up the middle.
Throw to first, not in time.
Wow, he flew back into the bag that time when he was diving back in. It literally looked like Superman because he actually caught air diving back to the bag. Literally, that was a dive. Ooh, yeah. That was a great-looking pitch from Wyatt. I was going to say, late call from the home plate umpire. I thought he was going to give that a ball. It's like, that's brutal, but that was a strike.
Strike on the outside edge to Parker McKibben 0-1, one out, top of the sixth. Pitch is swung on, and that's going to drift over onto the overhang up the third base side. 0-2.
Some good fan support once again for the Banks Braves. Look like a few more out here on this Friday afternoon. A little bit warmer than it was on Wednesday, and then of course you've got the end of the week, so fans able to drive out here from Banks. Banks to Hillsborough. It's a little bit ways, a little bit of a drive, but nice to get out there on a Friday, St. Patrick's Day.
And Wyatt's 0-2 pitch is skied to right. Backing up and making the catch is Jack Lyda for out number 2. Batting number 23, first baseman Trevor Lenig.
Well, I was going to say it's a good day to this situation and bring the dog out here too, because you could take him out there across Century Drive out there and, to the dog park. But I do see one young fan is actually playing around on top of the Banks Braves dugout along the third base line. It's like I hope no balls line drive comes over there. That would not be a good situation.
That's why it's younger brother. Throw to first, not in time.
That's why if you're ever here for a Hillsborough Hops game, you'll see ushers down there. That's why they have ushers, so that kids don't get up there on top of the dugout, because that's a liability policy.
Popped straight up by Lenig behind second base. Racing in, adjusting and making the grab for out number 3. It looks like Elaine Gilbert, I believe, to make the final out of the top of the 6th. After 5.5, it's still Banks 4 and Tillamook nothing. Only runs scored in the second and third as the lights come on in the outfield. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this from Wanna Credit Union.
Do you or someone you know own a business? As a local business ourselves, we know how important daily operations are, which is why we offer small dollar business loans for equipment, building upgrades, machinery, and more. The credit union even provides employee benefits for business members. Learn more at wannafcu.org or ask to speak with a commercial team member today. Again, to learn more, visit wannafcu.org.
I got to take them out for the stations too, but. And we're back, top of the 6th inning. Banks a 4-0 lead over Tillamook. Bottom of the 6th. Correction. Thank you, Jonathan. It's been kind of a crazy day with all of the engineering issues we've had.
I was going to say, this game was kind of moving through, but I was like, I thought it was in the...
It's a lot quicker than the game Wednesday. I think at this time Wednesday we were still in like the 3rd or 4th inning. Banks at this point just 6 outs away from a complete game shutout. A lot of runs scored in the win on Wednesday that took 2.5 hours, almost said 10.5 hours. Not quite that bad, but did hear about I think a Division III baseball game. Final score was 25-23 and took like over 24 hours to complete.
Yeah, that was crazy. I saw that as well. I was like, holy smokes. They did take a break in between, I guess, and then they picked it back up, but still, that's just a long time.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th for Banks, number 3, third baseman Justin Walters.
Talk about high-scoring games. Did you see the score, the 3A softball score yesterday between Klatskanai and Rainier? I wonder how long that one went. It was Klatskanai beat Rainier 15-12.
It's like a baseball score. I saw Junction City beat Philomath in 4A yesterday, 17-16. So that seems like it's got to take at least 3 hours for a softball game with that many runs.
Well, then there's Newburgh, who I called it as they cooked, cleaned, and fried David Douglas 26-1 in baseball yesterday.
We're set for the bottom of the 6th as Justin Walters steps into the box. whose dad will be back racing in the bull pit at Sunset Speedway again this spring and summer as Justin takes a called strike 0-1.
Yeah, and if you're catching us on YouTube, sorry, Trevor, if you're catching us on YouTube, you've never been out to Sunset Speedway, that is a great thing to do this summer. You can see some great racing.
Pitch is down and in for ball one. Justin, I think, himself has also done some racing, and then Madison Bigsby also, she'll be able to step up into the big girls class, we should say. Normally we'd say the big boys, but she's raced karts out there for quite a number of years, and with her turning 18, they can take the limiter off of those on how fast those cars can go, and she'll be able to step up into a bigger class possibly this spring as Justin flies out to the right side of the infield. Catch is made by second baseman Jacoby Goss. So apparently, yeah, we do have another new pitcher for Tillamook. Looks like number 19, Tyler Moncrief. One out for Wyatt Selleck. Pitch is taken upstairs, ball one. New pitcher for Tillamook, number 19, starting left fielder Tyler Moncrief at the plate for Banks, number 20, Wyatt Selleck. The 0-1 is just a little bit low on the inside edge. 1-1.
Wyatt today had an RBI single in the second inning. It scored the first run, scored Logan Kind, and then he was out in the fourth.
1-1 pitch comes across the outer half of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, two. Apparently that was strike 2.
That was a wicked, nasty curve. It had a nasty break to it. It looked like it was going way outside, and then it just did break in at the last second.
The 1-2 to Wyatt, downstairs in the dirt off the outer edge, 2-2. 3-2, correction. Temperature should be in the low 60s tomorrow. We were expecting 64, but a few more clouds now expected to arrive tomorrow. Pitch is strike 3 called on the outer edge, and Moncrief's pumped up about it. His first K of the game for out number 2 for Banks.
No, we will see more clouds, but we still will be up in around 64 degrees tomorrow. There's going to be the introduction of a southerly wind flow that's going to keep the temperatures warm. That's ahead of a rain system that's coming in Saturday night.
Batting for the Braves, first time batting today for Banks. Take away the DH. Cade Long at the plate, left fielder for Banks.
Those warm southerly winds and the Pineapple Express coming up, sounds like. Or a modified Pineapple Express.
Excited to broadcast softball on Monday. Don't have a lot of opportunities to do that due to the responsibilities we have for Banks baseball with public address and scoreboard. Pitch that time way inside to Cade. His first pitch that he's seen this afternoon, 0-1. Or, correction, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is taken all the way for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 is swung on and popped up down the left field line, drifting towards the chalk. Making the catch for out number 3 is the Tillamook left fielder. Not sure who that is at this point, as Moncrief, who started in left field, is now pitching. Either way, Tillamook down to their final 3 outs. Banks a 4-0 lead as we head to the top of the 7th. Jonathan Lee will come in to close us out when we return after this from In Likeness of You.
In Likeness of You offers caricatures, face painting, temporary tattoos, indoor and outdoor games, arcade games, and even costume hero birthday events. Since 2013, they've even held corporate events for some of the biggest companies in the world. For more information or to book your next party, go to inlikenessofyou.com, thebash.com, or call 503-858-0164. That's 503-858-0164.
And we are back.
To the top of the 7th inning, last chance for the Tillamook Cheesemakers to get a run across. In fact, they're going to need 4 runs across to even this game up. If they don't get 4 runs, the Banks Braves will win their 2nd straight game to open up the season and get ready for next week. And we'll see what happens next week. We do have a hybrid turf here. Like the whole field here at Ron Tonkin Field is turf, but the pitcher's mound and home plate are dirt, and there is a chance of off and on showers throughout the week. And so we'll see what happens Tuesday. And, really the concern for next week is the broadcast on Monday with the softball game at Banks, which is just a grass field.
And we're going to be outside for that, too.
So, and there is a threat of there's going to be cooler temperatures next week, so enjoy today and tomorrow with these warmer temperatures. Going to cool back down in the mid to upper 50s with some rain. That should be interesting. But on to pitch here in relief. They're not going to let Wyatt Hesselman go the distance here and get the complete game shutout. He did go 5 innings and give up just 2 hits. A 2-hit shutout through 5. Pretty productive day for Wyatt Hesselman, but it's going to be Jackson Van Domelen. Jackson Van Domelen, the 6'2 junior, will come on here to close things out. Trevor, what do you know about Jackson?
Jackson, a great fastball thrower, a lot of size, a lot of power behind his throws. Also plays basketball, has not made it up to the varsity level yet, but also a great lineman, about 300 pounds. At least to start the season, and last year he may have came down a little bit from that from the beginning of the year.
It'll be Bryce Hamrold who'll stand in to greet him, and the first pitch is a fastball taken low.
Batting for
Ball
Tillamook
one.
catcher Bryce Hamrold.
Hamrold today grounded out in the 2nd inning. Was the first out to lead off. Jackson has his sign. Here's the kick, the 1-0, and it's a little bit low. He's found the plate, over the plate, but just a little bit low. Got to get those up a little bit and get that in the strike zone. But it's 2 balls and no strikes. Sometimes it can be a little bit tough to make that transition from the bullpen mound into the pitcher's mound. So,
well, it looks like he's overthrowing, too, just pounding the first 2 pitches into the dirt. And that one misses high.
Yeah, that one was a little bit more up this time. He hurt us there, but a little bit too high, and it's 3 balls, no strikes now to Bryce Hamrold. Some good patience here by Bryce to wait out here the new pitcher. Maybe get himself on base. The 3-0 from Jackson. The kick, the pitch. It's inside and low, ball 4, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Bryce Hamrold. And so Tillamook is in business here at the top of the 7th, down 4-0. And that's going to get a quick word from Ashton Crossan. This is a good timeout by Ashton to go out there and just give some words of encouragement.
Number 20, Joshua Manns, third
to Jackson.
baseman.
And now we're going to have now Coach Baumgartner is going to come out and join the conversation. Don't think he would pull the hook just on one batter.
No, but if you get in a situation with Tillamook where they get a runner at either second or third, they're going to get some momentum. And the next thing you know, if you get the bases loaded, one swing could tie the game. So,
yeah. So coming up now with 1 man and nobody out is Manns. It's Joshua Manns. He's a freshman for Tillamook. See if the Braves can get a ground ball here in turn 2. And I'm sure that might be what they're talking about, is setting up a little wheel play right here. This is a golden opportunity to run that. Here's the offering. It's right on the low end of the strike zone. That was a good pitch that time by Jackson Van Domelen, getting some words of encouragement from his catcher, Crossan, and his manager, Joe Baumgartner. He gets a strike demands. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's popped up towards the right side. Giving chase is Logan Kine, but making the play is the Banks Braves second baseman Lane Gilbert into shallow right field. And there's one away, so fly out F4. And so going back to first now is Bryce Hammerl.
Batting for Tillamook, number 25, the DH, Landon Simmons.
And this would be the definition, Trevor, of strength on strength. You've got some beef from Jackson Van Domelen against the beef of Landon Simmons. Which one's going to win? Here comes the pitch. Ooh, just a little bit high. That's a little bit above the letters that time from Jackson Van Domelen. Otherwise, bring that down a little bit. It would have been a nice, perfect strike. But it's 1-0. Jackson peers in to get the sign from Crossan. Has it. Comes set. Here's the 1-0. And that is right in there. Strike one. Good job to come back and get the strike. To Landon Simmons. Jackson Van Domelen trying to close the door shut for Banks against Landon Simmons. The 1-1 on its way. A little bit low and inside. Snap throw down to first base, and back in time is Hammerl. And even with the tag applied by Logan Kine, that's good fundamental baseball right there by Logan.
Double play to end the game would be nice here. They had one in the win against Astoria.
They had one in the first inning to get him out of a jam there. Here comes the 2-1, foul back to the screen. Did Landon Simmons, good job to just get a piece of that one and stay alive here. So runs the count to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Banks holding on to a 4-0 lead. Wyatt Hesselman went 6 innings of 2-hit baseball. Here's a grounder right at third base, over to second for 1. And to first, they got the double play. Ring them up, and that's going to end the ball game on a 5-4-3 double play. The second one turned by the Banks Braves here tonight. They did it in the first inning, and now here in the 7th inning, the top of the 7th inning, to get Tillamook out. The Cheesemakers dropped to 0-2. The Banks Braves are 2-0 with the 4-0 shutout victory. And 6 innings went to Wyatt Hesselman for a 2-hit shutout. Jackson Van Domelen gives up a walk, then a ground out to the second baseman, and then gets the pitcher's best friend, this time the 5-4-3 double play to end the ball game. And that's it. Banks wins it 4-0. We'll be back with a quick wrap-up after this from In Likeness of You.
The Army National Guard plays a vital role in your community. We're on the front lines supporting essential personnel, first responders, law enforcement, and medical professionals, delivering food, supplies, and medicine, keeping communities safe, making a difference. During emergencies, we're always ready, always there. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Oregon Army National Guard, aired by the Oregon Association of Broadcasters and this station.
I think Tillamook might be able to do some damage with their pitching. But anyways, we are back.
Well, the Banks Braves score 2 runs in the second and third innings, and that's all they needed here today to get the win. I think we know who our Oregon Army National Guard hero of the game was. It's going to be Wyatt Hesselman. 6 innings pitched today with just 2 hits. A 6-inning, 2-hit shutout, and then Jackson Van Domelen struggled a little bit with the first batter, but it's good to see him. He got a little pep talk from Ashton Crossan, his battery mate, and then Coach Baumgartner coming out does what he does. That's why he's such a good coach, and coaches him up, and Jackson settled down. He was fine after that.
Yeah, not much offense today from Banks, but when they did get runners aboard, able to take advantage of a couple sacrifice flies to move runners over and across the plate. Not a lot of hits in this game either side. Definitely a much better defensive effort for Banks' opponent today than Tillamook, who had like 6 errors, I believe, in Banks' 11 or 12-5 win on Wednesday. But Tillamook with Parker McKibben, I was impressed by him, the way he was able to keep Banks down and keep runners off the bags most of the way. They pulled him in the 5th inning, but Tillamook did lose to Newport on yesterday. That game originally was scheduled for Wednesday, but especially with them coming here in the second of a back-to-back to hold Banks to just 4 runs. And if they were able to get anybody else on the mound, I think for Banks, this might have even been just a 1 or 2 run game. But again, credit to Wyatt shutting down the Cheesemakers, I think allowing just 2 hits.
Yeah, 2 hits, no runs through 6 innings pitched for Wyatt Hesselman. Struck out 5, including struck out the side in the 5th inning. 1 bang, bang, bang like that. He also set down. Actually, I had in at least 3 innings of this game. Had to step out in the 4th inning, but actually there was 4 of those 5 innings. He only faced the minimum in each of those innings. So probably just a couple over the minimum here, but 5 strikeouts, 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs. Great performance for Wyatt Hesselman, and now he's going to get a great weekend. And actually, the Braves will play on Tuesday and Thursday and Friday next week, so he probably will go, I would say, maybe by next Thursday. I know he has to sit out. I'm sure he's well over 61 pitches. Second pitcher yesterday, I'm trying to remember, second pitcher Wednesday for Banks. Pitched 63.
Was it Jewett?
Yeah, Blake Jewett, thank you. He threw 63 pitches, and looking at the OSAA standards for pitches, he has to sit out. He would be good to come back on a full rest. It's 4 days you have to sit out. Up to 60 pitches, it's 3 days rest. So both Logan and Blake could not come back for a full term until the weekend. So they'll both be rested, ready to go for the week. But I think
could be Christian Lida too. We did see Christian pitch some last year.
Christian pitched 8 pitches. Well, you mean for Tuesday?
Yeah.
But Logan may be able to pitch on Tuesday. I'm sure he'll be ready to go because he only needed 3 days rest. But Wyatt probably will be back. Maybe we might see him up there on Friday, next Friday as well, because they are here at Ron Tonkin Field. Got 3 games next week, and if my memory serves me right, it starts with Scappoose on Tuesday night, and then I know they've got Staten and St. Helens
is Thursday.
Well, and then Staten is Friday.
Yeah.
Staten. So they got 2 more teams from the Coapa League that they'll play, and then Staten also another 4A team, another 4A power. But I think that's going to do it for us, Trevor.
Yeah, I just want to mention Dalton Rennie, senior, longtime athlete at Banks, both football and basketball and baseball. Played basketball and baseball at Chemeketa before transferring to the University of Hawaii. Had a great outing recently against Wright State, going an inning in the 3rd and striking out a couple of batters. So definitely want to keep an eye on Dalton Rennie. I know he's played Summer League the last couple of years as well locally, and has gotten some attention of a few major league scouts. He's got a wicked fastball, and with his size and stuff, you could see his name at the next level, or definitely at least in the minor leagues coming up shortly. Again, our final score, Banks 4, Tillamook nothing. Not a lot of offense, but Banks taking advantage of some timely base running and timely sacrifice flies for the defensive victory. Our next broadcast will be Monday. Jonathan?
Well, I was just going to say they also took an advantage. Banks taking advantage of some sharp defense behind their pitching as well. The defense is pretty on point. No errors that I saw out there, and I think Tillamook probably much improved from yesterday, losing 11-5. They didn't give up. They didn't score today, but they didn't give up. They gave up 7 fewer runs than they did against Newport. So a win there for Tillamook, and so every game helps. You're going to get better and better as the season goes along.
So that'll do it for us. Our next broadcast will be Monday afternoon at 3:45. I believe it is another 4 o'clock first pitch for softball. That will be a true home game for Banks at Banks Home Softball Field, located right between the high school and the elementary school up along the bus path. Our next baseball broadcast will be Tuesday. It's going to be a busy week for us next week. Softball Monday, weather permitting. Baseball will be here regardless of weather with the turf Tuesday against Scappoose, Thursday against St. Helens, and Friday against Staten. That Staten game, I'm looking forward to that one as well, Jonathan, as the Eagles are also a top 5 team in 4A.
Yeah, always a great power. Staten is a very good school, a very good athletic school. They seem to be good in all three of their sports, football, basketball, and baseball, but especially they've always, I remember them always being up there in the top 5, top 10 every year in baseball. They're kind of like in the 3A ranks that Banks will see once the season gets going. They're a team that's kind of like the Pleasant Hill Billies down southeast of Eugene. A very good strong team again. Pleasant Hill beat 5A Springfield 12-2 the other night to open up their season, and that goes back to when I was doing games for Cottage Grove and Pleasant Hill with the great legendary, I like to say legendary, I don't know if he's really a true legend or not, but to me he's legendary, Steve Smith, the one-armed bandit, coaching the Pleasant Hill Billies, really coached a great program down there, and they're just continuing that excellence, it looks like. So P. Hill's a tough out. Sutherland is another strong baseball team as well, and got some newbies coming up in the lines from the Far West Conference, basically from Southern Oregon, and Cascade Christian, who looks like the coaches in the Coaches Bowl. Again, unofficial, conversational wise, but the coaches like Cascade and Christian and Banks as the top 2 schools in 3A. But I'll tell you what, mark my words, the Pleasant Hill Billies will have something to say about that.
So that'll do it for us. Our next broadcast, again, weather permitting, Monday afternoon, 3:45, 4 o'clock. We hope to be on the air by 3:45 for the pregame. Hopefully we'll get our technical issues worked out. We appreciate you for sticking with us tonight. If you stayed with us for the completion of this game, again, final score, Banks 4, Tillamook nothing. For Jonathan Lee, I'm Trevor.